Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Shining Song Starnova with me, Phantom Zwei. And I apologize for the delay. Actually, for you, it's been no delay at all, but it's been about 2 months since I last recorded the previous episode. None of them have gone up, thankfully, but because I got really sick. If you saw my channel update video, then you already kind of know what's going on. I still am a little under the weather, so if I'm coughing or anything, I'll try to avoid, getting that on the recording, but excuse me if I do. Alright, so let's continue. I saw Aki standing by herself. Did something happen during the run? I guess. From the looks of it, you seem to have gotten closer to the other girls. It's obvious that I'm the only shining hope of Starnova, but I guess even I need the others, as backup dancers or something. Listen here, producer-san. I'm not gonna stop until my face is on television screens across Japan, and every girl wishes that they could be me. Oops, I skipped ahead. I didn't come this far just to go home crying because I've hit some bumps in the road. I'm definitely going to be the #1 idol. The rest of the members will just have to accept that. You better do your job properly and teach me, let me reach that stage, Oni-chan. Or else. Her voice suddenly changed pitches. Aki-chan's going to be cross with you. Behind Aki's mask was a hardened woman willing to do anything to become Japan's top idol. Despite having the face of a child, she was all too familiar with the dark side of the adult world. However, we both shared the same dream of respectively becoming the #1 idol and #1 producer. Alright, I'll do my best as your producer to let those dreams come true. Huh, what are you pretending to be all cool for? This is just the beginning. In the end, I took Mika and Mariah with me back with me via train, while the other girls ran the return trip. Even the more fit of the girls looked exhausted by the time they arrived at the office. Alright, that was a pretty good warm-up. Now it's time for practice. Aki-chan, that's just too much. Damn, loli. I hope I don't break out because of this. No, no, no! You're never gonna make it as an idol at this rate. Let's go, everyone! Everyone moaned as Aki pushed them into the dance floor. Aki looked at me with a bossy expression. You better work hard, too. Understood, coach. Huh. Aki's red twin tails flied around her. I think they meant flew. She immediately began to practice the moves for the coming live. Despite being the smallest girl on the team, she showed no signs of exhaustion. In the end, a girl could only become a top idol by working harder than anyone else. In that regard, Aki's potential seemed limitless. I couldn't let her down either. I went back to the office and went back to work. Alright, proceeding on, I think this is the next day. An idol group couldn't exist without their own songs. While the girls were practicing right now with covers of popular anime songs, the success of our debut depended on delivering original content. Thankfully, I wasn't always a lowly salaryman. Once upon a time, I too had my own aspirations of becoming a musician. Even though those dreams didn't pan out, in the end, I donned a business suit and entered society like a normal person. I was still a somewhat competent songwriter and lyricist, thanks to those days of musical experimentation. And today was the unveiling of my latest creation. Containing my excitement, I put in a CD containing the team's debut song into the CD player. So this is our debut song, huh? It's a good song, isn't it? Well, it's, how to say it? Very conventional, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the word. I wasn't expecting anything worthy of a Grammy or something. I guess this is alright for where we are right now. As expected, the girls' reactions were as lukewarm as ever. By the way, what about our stage costumes? That's also being worked on. I wonder what they'll look like. Aside from that, these are the dance moves for the song. I turned on the television with the remote and played another DVD movie. Another recorded lesson, huh? Ooh, boo. Hey, P-kun, when are we ever gonna get a real dance instructor? Well, I'm lining up other work before the live as well. The silver lining may be that from here, the only place we can go is up. In other words, the agency's pretty much broke, eh? Let's all do our best, everyone. Everything's in our hands now. Well, it can't be helped. Alright, let's get pumped up. We have a debut song now. That means that we'll be practicing all day and night to make this debut live so huge that Tokyo will be forced to recognize us. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Throat's still not in grade A condition.
Yahoo!
That Yahoo. The end of the day came. Sasami poked her head into the office. Pardon me. I looked up from my computer with apprehension. The last time Sasami came to me at this hour, I ended up playing Private Eye and getting myself involved in Julie's compensated dating scheme. Is something wrong? No. I was actually going to invite Producer-san for a break. The bar Mariah works at is usually quiet around this time of week. I stood down, orange alert. Well, if I wasn't going to get involved in trouble, I could afford to get to know my talents better. I looked at the time on my cell. Alright, let's take a break then. The two of us took the train and arrived at Mariah's bar. Welcome. Producer-san, huh? And Sasa-chan. Come this way. The bar's wide open. I sat down beside Sasami on a bar stool. So, what can I get you to? Just beer's fun. Umeshu. I'm not familiar with that. On the rocks, please. Coming right up. Mariah filled a mug with beer and put it in front of me before preparing Sasami's umeshu. Hey, Producer-san, need a light? Actually, I can't say I do. Really? That's pretty surprising. Looks like you won't be able to experience a woman lighting a cig for you then. Better that than cancer. I quite agree. So, do you two know each other? Something like that. We were the first two candidates before the others came. Actually, we were both signed on with Golden Calf before that, but the two of us never worked together on the same floor. The fact that all three of us somehow worked for Golden Calf at some point in our lives, and yet never encountered each other in person, only demonstrated the size and power Golden Calf, I guess, had in the idol business. Hey, didn't you also work there too, Producer-san? Yeah, but I had to leave, due to various circumstances. Well, I got a pretty good idea of what you mean. Sometimes when I'm feeling stupid, I wish I could be there again. As soon as you walk through the front lobby and see that huge statue of the calf at the center, you know you've left the Earth and entered another world. A world where a girl can go from being a shining icon of Japan to a human sewage pool all in the span of a day. Then I remember what a hellhole that place is. Never again. With those words, Mariah poured herself a shot of whiskey. Cheers. Cheers. Mariah downed her shot while the two of us drank from our cups. So, what's your plan with Starnova, Producer-san? Plan? My only desire is to see Starnova on the biggest stage in Japan. Shining stars powerful enough to turn night into day. Spoken like a true producer. Something like that's obviously impossible. No matter how you look at it, we're just a bunch of washed-up ex-idols or late-starting beginners. Nowadays, idol agencies manufacture girls before they've even hit puberty. You think we stand a chance against them? It's impossible. Even if we do hit it big, it'll be moments before some young pretty face replaces us. Regardless, I'm someone who's not satisfied until I've done my very best. And here I was afraid you were one of those producers who milks girls for whatever they're worth and dumps them. Looks like you're just a naive cherry boy instead. Damn! I don't know which is worse. The one who takes advantage of other people, or the one that lets himself get taken advantage of. Don't worry, Mariah. The producer's a good guy. I'm sure he's giving it his all to make us into idols. Mariah snorted as she poured herself another shot. You just never change. With those heavy thoughts, I finished my beer. In this world, there are many stories people like to tell themselves. That hard work begets success, that the wicked are punished and the good are victorious. Regardless of what those stories, whether those stories contain any truth, they are produced by creators for public consumption. Once upon a time in management school, I learned about a French thinker who compared modern society to pro wrestling. The whole sport is one big sham from beginning to end, where all the winners and losers are decided ahead of time by management. Pro wrestling isn't about skill or sportsmanship, it's about the stories the matches tell. Stories made up by management, which the public readily consumes to confirm their own beliefs about the world. Idols tell carefully manufactured stories as well. Stories of hard work, girlhood, success, fame. But those stories hide the actual truth. A truth far less glamorous than what's ever shown to the public. Pro wrestling, huh? Maybe an idol in pro wrestling crossover might become a hit. Judging from Sasami's words, it seemed like everything I said went completely over her head. It must be the umeshu talking by now. Mariah refilled my mug with beer. Don't think too hard, producer-san. It's really easy. Horny men want hot idols in swimsuits. You sell hot idols in swimsuits. Money moves from one hand to the other. End of story. There, I made things simple enough for a middle schooler to understand. I shrugged as I eased my tensions with more beer. If you think too hard, you're only going to cause yourself anxiety. Mariah shook her head as she took another shot of whiskey. I'm just a human being trying to make a living here. Number one idol? Innocent white flowers laughing on talk shows about their dreams? Fuck that shit. I just want to make rent and pay utilities on time for a change. Mariah, idols shouldn't say things like that. Like I care what other shit-eaters think. Shit-eaters. All of them. Oh. Sasami leaned into the bar, her rosy cheeks, cheeks rosy from the umeshu. Well, I think Producer-san will definitely make Starnova successful. All big idol groups started somewhere, right? One day, everyone will be talking about how Producer-san took a group of washed-up talents and turned them into Japan's greatest idol unit. Seriously. One day, you're gonna be in for a hell of a fall if you keep thinking like that. Oh, Mariah, please don't make ominous predictions like that. Hey, you better not be looking at Sasa-chan with your wolf eyes, Producer-san. Wait, Shimazaki-san's one of my talents. I wouldn't make a move on one of my workers. Like that stops any of you producers. Just a moment of vulnerability is all it takes for a man to think you're easy for the picking. Watch yourself against this guy, Sasa-chan. I love how we're characterized in so many, different strange ways. It's like, okay, Mariah. I don't think Producer-san would take advantage of me. You. Because, 5 minutes ago she was calling us a naive cherry boy, and a minute later she's calling us a wolf. Anyway, by the time Mariah's shift ended, our bloods were thick with alcohol. Mariah reached into her purse and pulled out a cigarette. The agency prohibits talents from smoking, Besides, what's the point of building up your lung capacity at practice if you just ruin it with tobacco? With a bitter look on her face, she put the cigarette back into her purse. Whatever. I'm leaving. See ya. With her hands in her pockets, Mariah sauntered off by herself. What a lovely spot of sunshine. Definitely the very image of an idol. As if sensing my thoughts, Sasami jabbed me with a pout. Producer-san, please don't think so poorly of Mariah. Well, it's her who's not putting in effort to improve her situation. Suddenly, Sasami looked at me with a dead set look of determination. Please come over to my place. What? Her completely out of left field advance left me at a loss for words. Shimazaki-san, what are you saying? I'm your producer. It's precisely because you're my producer that you must come. Eh? Now that I looked at her, Sasami appeared to be thoroughly drowned in umeshu. While it tasted like fruit juice, it still had quite a kick. Her cheeks were dyed pink, while her big round eyes were slightly glazed over. Let's, wait 1 second here. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. What are you saying is a bad idea? I don't understand. Please understand my feelings. I won't take no for an answer. What's come over you? You're totally misinterpreting the situation there, Producer-san. With that, Sasami carted me towards the train station. Come to think of it, was she trying to hit on me the whole night? Shit! In retrospect, it totally seemed that way. So Sasami liked me all this time. Was it thanks to that incident? Well, fuck! What was I doing being clueless as to her feelings all this time? I was so focused on my work that I had no idea she liked me. Oh man. Well, if these were Sasami's true feelings, then it looks like I had no choice but to accept. Don't worry, Sasa-chan. Producer-san will take good care of you from now on. Oh man. Getting carried away. Producer-san, this is something only you're allowed to see. Sasa-chan's biggest secret. Gulp. Don't worry, Sasa-chan. Producer-san won't tell this to anyone. You totally know that this is about to be a big turnaround. Okay, then please be gentle. It's quite fragile. Oh, of course. A virginal sigh of apprehension escaped from her lips. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. Oh dear, Mariah's going to be so upset with me. Alright, I'm ready. Slowly, I don't want to cause a mess. What are they going to have been doing? Are they going to be exercising, or I don't know. Moans seeped from her mouth. Wait, Producer-san, it's so tight. I can't get it out. Sasami finally managed to pull out an old cardboard box from her overstuffed closet. Oh, I knew it. It was just a matter of what the gag was gonna be. She plopped it on our coffee table. Just then, Mrs. Shimazaki opened the door bearing a tray of sliced apples. Thank you for always looking after my daughter, Producer-san. Would you care for some apples? Oh, no, it's really no trouble at all. Thank you very much. Just then, a 10-year-old kid poked his head into the doorframe. Mom, One-chan brought a man home. You always said this was going to happen. Sasami, isn't it time for you to be moving out soon? So strange for you to still be living with your parents 2 years after graduating from high school. You can't even properly bring a man home after going out drinking. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this daughter of mine, Producer-san. No. Sasami's face turned a bloody shade of scarlet. A bloody shade? That's a little morbid, okay. Mom, Hirumi, stop it. Mai, I'm sorry for interrupting your time with Producer-san. Well then, enjoy. That's a little weird there, Mom. Misu Shimazaki closed the door, all smiles, much to Sasami's shame. Sasami's eyes were on the verge of tears and her shoulders were trembling. Your mom's a nice person, eh? I keep telling her that I'm going to move out after I properly debut. She doesn't have to make fun of me as if it's never going to happen. Sasami tossed a cushion into the wall and pounded her fists on the floor in an uncharacteristic temper tantrum. Once I'm an idol, I'm not going to get her tickets to any of my lives. I couldn't help but laugh. Producer-san, you're terrible. Sorry. So, Sasami wasn't always a shy goody two-shoes. Anyways, what did you bring him here to show me? Well, here it is. Sasami opened the cardboard box, revealing a treasure trove of idol goods. She pulled up a rolled-up poster and unfurled it. Hey, this wouldn't be... Sure enough, the bright, confident smile of a younger Mariah, clad in a sexy black bikini, graced the poster. So this was Mariah back then, huh? Yes, this was from 6 years ago, when she first debuted in Quasar. 6 years, huh? Looks like quite a bit's happened since then. Yeah, she definitely looks younger. Sasami put a DVD into her laptop and started playing a clip of a talk show. Then we have the newest face on Quasar, Yamamoto Mariah, joined by her comrades. Quasar's theme song played as Mariah walked out onto the stage, to much fanfare. Your first debut, huh? You're everyone's kohai now, aren't you? Are your senpais treating you alright? Of course, we're all family in Quasar. Even though we're competitive, we're all girls before rivals. Ah, I see. One of the other girls sitting beside Mariah spoke. Mariah-chan's got such a cool image about her. Even though she's the newest member, we think of her as an Onesan. Maybe the kind of Onesan who would ride around in a motorcycle or sports car and be in a rock band. The audience members laughed. I recognized her as well. She was a younger Okuda Shiro, who would later become the center of Quasar. By no exaggeration, she was now the queen of the Japanese entertainment. Of Japanese entertainment. And perhaps the #1 idol in Japan. Even back then, she was one of Quasar's poster girls. Well, I'm just happy to have this chance to one day be on the same stage with Shiro-senpai. Senpai? But you're older than me. Well, I've always looked up to you. It's no problem. I'll go back in time and be born later so I can properly be your kohai, Shiro-senpai. Ha ha ha. It seems like she's already adjusted to being a junior member. Now then, let's see the exact moment Mariah-chan found out she was inducted to be the newest member of Quasar. And the show cut to a recording of a row of girls standing at attention. This was Quasar's biannual trainee induction ceremony. Quasar, the centerpiece of the Japanese idol industry, a massive 20-member idol group with a trainee division of over 200 girls, all vying for a coveted spot on the main group. While the trainees believed that the induction into the main group guaranteed overnight fame, I knew that was far from the truth. In reality, only about the 5 most popular members of the group had a reasonable chance of careers in the industry. For the rest, it was a bloody struggle to reach the top, or else be replaced by a new face. With so many girls applying for a spot, the competition to be a part of Quasar was more akin to a battle royal. He looks just like Kaito Shields from Sunrider. Or very similar, at least. He doesn't have the same color eyes and such, but the hair, you know. A man took the podium. I recognized his face. The general manager of Quasar, an heir to the Golden Calf Productions, a young man named Kamijo. We have come to a decision regarding this year's first trainee induction. There will only be one inductee. The tense atmosphere spiked upon his words. The drum rolled as the camera panned over the pale-faced trainees, some of whom appeared to be on the verge of passing out. Rank 20, Kitana Sora, to be replaced with trainee number 147, Yamamoto Mariah. The camera focused on Mariah as the Quasar theme played over the screams of the other girls. The remaining trainees crumpled, their bodies sapped of energy. Some wailed on the floor, while others were too exhausted to even croak hoarsely. An equally terrifying scream of horror sounded from where the main members were sitting. But amongst the horror, Mariah stumbled over to the podium, an expression of religious wonder on her face. My name is Yamamoto Mariah, trainee number 147. She may have prepared a speech for this occasion. However, now she had nothing to say. She could only gasp as tears ran down her face. I've now been given the new role of Quasar main member number 20. To my fellow trainees, the best of luck in the next trainee induction. To my new senpais. Mariah's words broke down between her sobs. However, elation riveted through her tear-soaked face. Without question, this moment was the highest point of Mariah's life. I'll be in your care from now. Even though I'm unworthy, please accept me into Quasar. Mariah bowed, tears dripping down onto the floor. The screen cut back to the talk show, where now a somber mood had taken hold. What a dramatic induction ceremony for Mariah-chan. My Sisu? Don't know what that means, but yeah, sure. Makes a similar expression whenever I have to take her to the vet. Oh, Shizu! Like the dog. Okay. I had no idea how you spelled that. Is that how you spell Shizu? I've never had to actually type that. Interesting. The image of a terrified-looking puppy and a shot of Mariah accepting the induction appeared beside each other, causing the audience to laugh and the mood to once again lighten. With Shiro's well-cued gag, the show continued with the festivities, the drama of Mariah's induction soon forgotten. Mariah chugged a beer on her balcony between taking puffs of her cig. Her memories gradually faded away to the sea of chemical comfort. Suddenly, she heard a familiar song playing from the television. Quasar, latest single, Sahara Heat, now on sale. Now, for an extended interview with the center of Quasar, Okuda. Burning agony shot through Mariah's chest. She crashed into her apartment and grabbed the remote. She tossed it away after changing the channel. Her insides squirmed. Her heart felt as if it was being crushed. Shit-eaters, all of them! She tore another can of beer from her fridge, cracked it open, and poured it down her mouth. Their laughter sent shivers down her gut. Gross, this girl thinks she can be an idol. She wants to be in the same stage as Shiro-sama? What a load of shit. Mariah collapsed on her futon and wrapped herself in the covers until the vertigo of black drunkenness whisked her away. That's in the past now. I've left all that. Wonder why I still even try. It's not like someone like me will ever be recognized as an idol. It's all over for me. I can't even complain. This is the reality of how every idol's story ends. Should have known. Things would have turned out this way. Mariah's consciousness faded away as she fell deeper into her alcoholic stupor. I wonder what'll happen tomorrow. With that, she fell deeply asleep. I walked with Sasami back to the train station. Will you be alright getting home, producer-san? Yeah, I don't even feel the alcohol anymore. Please don't resent Mariah too much. Even though she's like that, she's been through a lot more than most of us. Even though I don't know exactly what happened, her past is a topic which we can't broach lightly. It seems to me that a lot of troubles have happened while Mariah was a member of Quasar. That's why I want Producer-san to work with Mariah and finally make her into a star idol. I'm sure Mariah still dreams of one day accomplishing her original dream. Let's all work together to make those dreams into a reality. Sasa-chan, you're really a nice girl, aren't you? To become an idol, talents required a level of ambition quite scarce amongst the general population. Most people nowadays were just satisfied with life goals like becoming a salaryman, getting married, or raising a family. It took a particularly rare breed of girl to decide to eschew all that and aim to become a pop sensation instead. Girls of that character were competitive. They viewed other girls not as friends, but as rivals. True enough, to attain that level of fame, there wasn't much room for empty niceties. Why not heed Mariah's advice a little? Think of yourself for a change. Shimazaki-san, you're not going to become an idol if you let everyone else go on ahead of you. What are you saying, Producer-san? Everyone in Starnova is a team. None of us will be successful if one of us is unhappy. I sighed. Obviously, I wasn't going to change her mind. Not that I even expected to. One for all and all for one, huh? Well, I guess saying things like that is popular on television, too. With that, I headed into the subway. See you tomorrow. Good night, Producer-san. Okay. Let's see, should we call it here? You know what? No, let's go through one more scene. They tend to be fairly short. We'll just go a bit over half an hour today. The next couple of days went as smoothly as they could go. With the rapidly approaching debut live, the girls began to take the practices more seriously. On top of that, I managed to work up some other developments. Looks like you got your first job, a photo shoot. Good going, P-kun.
本当かい？
A photo shoot, huh? So, what kind of shoot are we talking about? And for what magazine? Listen to this. We have 7 full-color pages dedicated to us. How about that, huh? But in what magazine? The magazine's Weekend Zara. The theme will be a shoot at an indoor pool. Oi, Weekend Zara? Isn't that a cheap gossip rag? I should have known. So we're just going to be the fat material of the week, huh? In the end, that's all we're good for. Oi, it's not like it's a full-on nudie mag. Besides, they'll also include a shout-out for our debut live, too. It's a great chance considering we're total unknowns at this point. We've got to start somewhere.
まあまあ。
Producer-san's got a point. Besides, swimsuits are par for the course for idols, aren't they?
どうよ。
Sasa-chan's exactly right. Besides, we're pros, aren't we? Starnova will treat every job offer as either making or breaking us, no matter how irrelevant. Well, I guess it couldn't be helped. I hope I can fit into the swimsuits alright. Pheromone overdose. On top of that, it's time we ramped up the promotional work for the coming debut. We're going to start handing out flyers in front of Shinjuku and Akiba twice a week from now until the live.
も
Well, that much sounds expected. You guys will split up into 2 teams to handle the distribution. Team 1 will be Shimazaki, Yamamoto, and Watanabe. Team 2 will be Kishiwagi, Tanabe, Akimoto, and Hashimoto. I can't remember the last names at all. The photo shoot will be on the 24th, while flyer distribution will be every Tuesday and Thursday.
う。あら。
It feels like things are finally starting up.
どうよ。
Of course, this is the beginning of Kashiwagi Aki's resurgence. You guys better not mess this up. Huh. Okay. Looks like we gotta do this.
全力で。
Oh! Meanwhile... And so the girls of Starnova began the leaflet distribution campaign. As told by Producer-san, we split into 2 groups and spread the word about our debut live in earnest. Come rain, sleet, or cold, we stood by our stations, diligently performing our duties. Yeah, why is it suddenly so windy? This is merely the Night Lord's will. Fly, wind! Spread our dark propaganda to the 4 corners of the world. That's simply littering. Idiot! Don't let the flyers get away! It's actually snowing. Brr. What a time for snow! Isn't it spring yet? I thought we were done with snow. My, but isn't the sight of snowfall so peaceful? Ah! Aki eyed Nimu's chest with disdain. Crap. It's insulation. Rain? Ah, the flyers are getting ruined! Oh, my Night Lord, why do you continue to test us so with these elemental curses? Ah! Shut up, Chuni-chan, and cover up the boxes! Quick! Hey! Come back here, you runts! Why is this happening? Do the idol gods have something against us? Hey, here, kitty kitty, I have some tuna for you! It's so hot. As if! Why is there a random heat wave in the middle of February? It's like the writers are a bunch of dumb foreigners who don't know how the Japanese climate works. Nice self-awareness. Ah, Aki-chan, why are you saying such strange things? Breaking the 4th wall. Anyways, various trials and circumstances happened while we handed out the flyers, but in the end, we persevered. And before we knew it, the day of our photo shoot was nearly upon us. Oh, isn't this the day of the live? The 23rd? I arrived at where Team B was passing out the flyers in Shinjuku Station. Or was that like the final day of the flyer campaign? I guess that's what it was. Come to our live, Oni-chan.
Yeah.
Wait, you're P-kun. Yeah, what do you know? Working hard?
Ma.
Well, we managed to give away about 60% of our stock so far. Although, I spotted a nearby trash receptacle filled with our flyers.
よろしいでしょうか
It simply can't be helped. Well, even I've absent-mindedly thrown a few flyers I get stuffed into my hand in the trash. I guess it doesn't mean anything, even if most people do seem to be throwing them away. Despite her words, I could feel the bitter anxiety eating away at Aki's chest. Don't worry, even if just 5% of the people who receive the flyers show up, we'll have drawn 500 additional people. Anyways, that's enough work for today. The photo shoots, photo shoots tomorrow. Make sure you don't overexert yourself. Okay. I loaded the box containing the remaining flyers onto a hand truck. You girls can go ahead back home. I'll take the flyers back to the office. Just as I lowered the handle, the wheel on the hand truck burst. Oh, jeez.
お
Looks like the dolly's playing out of commission.
ー平気平気
Don't worry, I'll help Pikun take the box back to the office. Will the two of you be alright?
まったく
Nantan's all muscles. Shouldn't be a problem, huh? Precisely right. Natsuki flexed her biceps, demonstrating her body strength. As her producer, I instinctively put her arms back down, lest she ruin feminine appeal in public. Alright, but I'll take the box. Natan can carry the dolly back.
平気平気
Roger. After saying our goodbyes, the group scattered. After getting off the train, the two of us walked back to the office.
なあピーくん
So I have some questions. Sure, what about? The photo shoot thing. What exactly are we gonna do in it? Eh? Well, basically you girls are going to wear swimsuits and pose for photos, which will appear in a magazine.
そうか
So we're gonna be promoting swimsuits or something? Not quite. More like you're gonna be promoting yourselves.
ピーくんのアホ
That just don't make a lick of sense. If we ain't gonna be selling no swimsuits, then where the cash gonna be at? Listen up, when Natan reads a mag and sees a swimsuit, she gonna wanna buy it. But if we ain't promoting nothing, it's gonna be for a waste. Well, it appeared that Natan had fundamentally mistaken what an idol photo shoot entailed. Think of it this way. You're going to be the thing that people buy.
おー
And that really don't make a lick of sense. Natan's her own person. Nobody ain't gonna buy a piece of this from a mag. No, not literally. I mean, there will be photographs of you posing nicely inside the magazine. People will want to see that and pay money to buy the magazine.
そうやな
So that's what you're playing at. I see, Pikun. So she thought she was doing a photo shoot for a swimsuit advertisement all this time? Yes, sometimes idols will appear in magazines promoting other products, such as swimwear. However, the purpose of this shoot is simply to build up your appeal. I see. So it's all about the sex appeal, huh? The sex appeal. How could Natan not see the obvious? Sex appeal is what will bring in the dosh. Hey, Pikun. Speaking as a dude, what do you suppose is Natan's appeal? Eh? Well, sorry to confess, but Natan don't know too much about this idol business. But you're my producer, aren't you? Can't you, give some pointers? I see. Natan did have a point. It was my role as her producer to coach the girls to make themselves more appealing to the opposite sex. This was merely a part of my job. In general, men's bodies are visually composed of straight lines. Perhaps as a result, we find the soft curves on a woman's body to be the most mysterious, and correspondingly, the most attractive. Further, women's upper bodies generally lack the muscle mass of males, further accentuating the fascination we hold for the female physique. In general, the areas of the body which the two sexes are most different are the places where men pay the most attention. It's like, what is this, sex ed class? I'm not really following. Basically, guys just like the boobs and ass.
そうやね
That's simplifying it, but hey. Figures.
まあ
But Natan's only so-so in those departments. You suppose it'll be alright? When men are presented with the group of women, it's the variety of different body types which offers the primary interest. So I don't have any particular concerns regarding your suitability for the photo shoot. Eh? Nah. I still don't really know what parts of Natan are good or something. Hey Pikun, You suppose you could help me practice for the shoot? Natan's kinda lost on this whole idol thing. Sure, that's what I'm here for. I knew I could count on Pikun. So what, is she gonna do like a personal pose-off with us or something? We arrived at the office. I put the box of flyers down for further use next week, while Natan went into the break room. Alright, I'm ready. Let me know when you want some pointers. Yeah, just a moment. Wait, it sounded like she was changing in there. I guess she was getting serious and doing a full dress rehearsal for tomorrow. She's not going to come out naked, is she? Alright, I better do my best for Natan's sake, too.
Yahoo!
Sure enough. Alrighty. Well, now I gotta edit this video. Thanks, Natan. I'm ready for you, Pikun. Suddenly, Natan and only Natan burst from the break room in her full glory. Herk! I froze like a deer blinded by Natan's 2 chest headlights. Shit! I shut my eyes and turned around, irrationally terrified at the sudden burst of female sexuality before me. What are you doing? Pikun, you said you'd find the parts that Natan had the most appeal. You moron! I don't need to see you naked for that. Go back to the break room and get dressed. But what's the problem? You're my producer, ain't you? Just how my producer looks over me and finds... just like how my doctor looks over me and finds what's wrong, aren't you gonna look at me and find out what part's the best? This girl seriously had the wrong idea about everything. No, I assure you, this is not anything like a doctor's visit. I thought producers looked at their talents naked all the time. You know, to make sure everything's alright, down to the last detail. Just where did she pick up this dubious understanding of the idol industry? We're not that kind of a shady agency. Anyways, you're gonna catch a cold. Get dressed. Okay.
Yeah.
I finally managed to calm down when Natan re-emerged from the break room, her remaining modesty safely protected under a single layer of clothes. I'm back. I sighed in exasperation. Listen here. An idol's most valuable asset is her purity. You can't just waltz around naked like it's nothing. I don't really think it's a problem for Pikun to see Natan this way. After all, he's the one who's going to be promoting my sex appeal. I couldn't tell whether this girl had too much purity or too little. We're going to work together to corner this idol business, you and I. Natan nudged my gut with her elbow, as if we were now accomplices to a crime. Anyways, if you can't look at my body, how are we going to practice for tomorrow's shoot? I assure you, I saw enough to already know that you'll have no difficulties. Not bad, Pikun. Anyways. Please be more cautious, Tanabe-san. You probably picked up this misunderstanding from some shady magazine or internet message board. It's true that there are predatory agencies which treat talents unfairly, and even a few that are merely fronts for organized crime. People like that are target the gullible. Girls like you who aren't familiar with the city and who don't have an immediate network of family and friends are the most vulnerable. This isn't the countryside anymore. Be on your guard. There's no need to get all serious. I don't know. Anyways, I figured there wasn't much to fear from Pikun. Boy. Anyways, don't worry. No need to focus on the negativity. Somehow I'm really tired now. I looked at the time. It was already 8 o'clock. I think I'll go home for the day. Okay. Just as I was about to turn around and leave, Natan grabbed the back of my shirt. Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bit tired. Natan can sense it. Something's troubling Pikun, isn't it? This girl, is she serious? Could she really sense the apprehension bubbling in my gut? There was a coming storm. One day, I would be forced to choose between the girls who I'd grown closer to, or Starnova, my idol project. Impossible. She was just an idiot from the countryside. This was undoubtedly just more of her nonsense. Idiot. Nothing's troubling me. I love how they just spell out, like, this is what's gonna happen later. It's like, yeah, I kinda got that vibe, but, you know. Really? Yeah. Natan released my shirt. With that, the two of us left the office for the night. Alrighty. And that is going to do it for today's episode. So, I'm still enjoying it. The game is just so silly, man. What a game. I did think the drama they played up with Mariah during her little flashback was actually pretty good, though. So, hopefully they can do more of that as the game goes on. But I do appreciate the silly, if not fairly tropish humor that they have going on, you know, related to the girls. But anyway, that'll do it. So as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.